The steamship chugged along the black water, the moon dancing on its wake. The crew reflect on wives and daughters, contemplating decisions as mistakes. The ship crept into a cove, billowing plumes sent into the night. A mixture of steam and smoke, the crescent moon, the only source of light. The ship found purchase with anchors away. The silent island grew quieter still, as the crew descended unsuspected into the bay to take what they wanted at will. This soulless island invited them in, letting them trample over her back. They dug into her body and skin to find the treasure of Captain Jack. The stories were true, it seemed. Jewels, gems, and gold abound, though no pirate had yet to glean that the island had yet made a sound. No birds, no monkeys, not a single creature, not even a rustle of the leaves. There was only one, a preacher, who took notice amongst the thieves. The grunting and groaning had all ceased, as a gasp for life moaned into the night. The men all looked toward the priest, but the priest saw nothing in sight. The moan rang out yet again, and the men paused once more. Another painful cry, and it was then that some men trekked toward the shore. The others went in search of the being, and found a withered sack of bones, a man whose body needed healing, a man who used his last breath for groans. They brought the leathery man on deck. The crew could not determine how long it had been. Some surmised he had been in a wreck, but he was less man than skeleton. The preacher made the sign of the cross for one of their fallen pirates. Quietly, the crew acknowledged the loss, as the island took back its silence. It wasn't until the crew left the cabin that the ribs of the creature lifted. Ever so slightly did it happen, same as when the skull faintly shifted. As the preacher's attentions were drawn away, the creature opened its cracked lips. With its vile mouth filled of black decay, bit down on the preacher's fingertips. He pulled them back with a shock, as blood filled the wrinkles of the man. It seemed all he needed was a drop to give him the strength to stand. The preacher knelt down and began to pray. As the creature crept closer, it sank its teeth into his face, ripping the flesh, exposing jaw and molars. The preacher cried out, drowning in agony. The rest of the crew came to his aid. They could not believe this abnormality. The creature was eating the man they came to save. Muskets and rifles rang into the night, but the creature was unimpeded. The horror, the fear, the fright, then the gore and carnage proceeded.